Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back. How's everybody doing tonight? We've got Dabby. How's it, Dabby? Get back in the champ select, dude. Darth Cursey, Punish Child, Hellsound, who else is here tonight? Main Threads Boss, Crazy Lazy Sloth, Lazy Lima. I think I might have said him already. 2169. Good to have you back, my dude. Long time no see. And Batman Pace 99, a little bit earlier tonight. How's it going, guys? Welcome back. We're currently going to be jumping straight into game 1. Myself, Sheepii, on the cast tonight with SinisterSmiley as the co-cast. How's it going, dude?
Going great, Sheepii, and you?
Nah, pretty chill on my side. No stress. I didn't get too much sleep, a little bit tired, so that's what it is. And we've got the instant champ select dodge, so that's something.
That's okay, Sheepii. We all know minimal sleep is alright. It's healthy. It's fine. There's
Yeah,
no
dude,
worries about
just
that.
life to life standards, like nothing's new there. Dude. Pretty much like the normal. But we seem to have someone leave the lobby, not too sure. Otherwise, Crazy Lazy as Sheepii, what's up? Hope you are well, friend. Is this a VS gaming game? Yes, this is a VS gaming game.
Best caster SA.
SinisterSmiley dropping this sheep tier 2 sub, saying that he is the best caster SA. Can confirm. Otherwise, that's 7 months in a row. Absolutely, man. It's the first one on track to get to that 1-year badge, which you don't have yet. Otherwise, this is a. Say again.
Would you look at that?
Would you look at that, dude? Is that this is a VS Gaming match, but this is a first div team or 2 first div teams.
This voice is weirdy.
Correct. That is a weird text-to-speech voice. He gets a black screen, says Dabby. So feels bad, man. Alright, well, we're just gonna have to kill some time off. SinisterSmiley. Dude, thoughts on this game? You know any of these players outside of Dabby and Hextech Spartan? Recognize that name?
I don't know if Forticus is he maybe Focus Tree? That name sounds familiar. That's not Focus Tree, is it?
I'm not sure, to be honest. Got no idea. Maybe someone in chat knows.
I think he was from a different clan. I think I'm thinking of a different person. But other than that, no, I'm not sure. I don't think I've seen any of these players. I think Henyo was in
Rocket
Dabby's old
Tapor.
team as well. I think they've come a fairly long way with each other. But the rest, no, I'm not sure. I haven't seen
Okay.
too much.
I'll have to take your word on that one. Not too sure myself. Otherwise, Dabby says he's gonna be playing Soraka top. Or it's scared. Or it could be Rakan top. I don't know. Rocket. Soraka or Rakan, one of the two. Otherwise, I do believe it's the start of the season. Smiley, have you played any of your placements yet, dude?
No, same as you. I was working night shift last night, so I was sleeping most of the day. But
Fair enough. Fair enough.
yeah, I know my mid laner has already gone 2 for 2 in his ranks. Apparently, OP.GG says he's around high silver at the moment.
Okay, opposed to what rank which was you finished last season?
Gold 4 or 3, I think. Around there.
Okay. So then definitely shitty plays around gold 3, probably like gold 4, gold 2. That's the usual. Yo, what's up, Daddy Jordy? Welcome back, dude. How's it going? Otherwise, if you guys just join us now, like Daddy Jordy is, we're currently going into game 1 of the best of 3 for the first division teams. I believe the 2 teams, their names escape me. 1 second, let me check quickly. Apologies, you guys know how I am with teams.
And level 1 energy.
Level 1 energy versus
Ryze Scrolls or Blue Boys.
Ryze Blue Boys or Ryze Scrolls. Otherwise, look at those votes up at the top in just a second. Dabby recreating the lobby apparently is on an issue or something with the 1 players. Client saying no, just client things. We'll just
Your
get
like League of
Sinister.
Legends clients.
Just gonna get you in the lobby quickly. Oh, wait. Need Sinister in lobby, please. Fortunately, you can't invite gender spectator. You have to have a spot open in one of the teams. Cool. Okay, I should be able to join now, dude. Hello, Daddy Jordy. How's it going, dude? What's new in life? I just got offered 200 euros to play for a team. Wait, is that 200 euros just straight up, or like what is that like monthly? Or how does that work, dude? And congrats, are you taking it? What team? Or you allowed to divulge this information, dude? And how did that happen, dude? That's like 3 grand straight up. Otherwise, we'll be jumping straight into the champ select. We've got the first 2 bans coming through in just a moment.
Not a problem.
The first 3, I guess, was Fortune takeaway. Sinister, thoughts on the Fortune? This is just a comfort ban.
It's probably just a comfort ban. Let's see. Okay, so they're banning Dabby's side. From what I can see, I don't see like any misfortune.
Holy dude.
I guess it's another
So-
one.
I
was-
love a Sheepii_S
Another one.
stream and I cannot lie. You other
jeez.
mothers can't deny. When a Sheepii_ walks in with his beanie on his head. I just want to jizz in my pants. Leave the last part out.
Dude, when the mother's part came on, he had me a little bit worried, but thanks for censoring that, dude. Then we hit him with the jizz word at the end, but it is what it is. Can respect it. Thanks for those kind words, Pandemic. What's up, dude? Right, guys, we're gonna put up the poll in a second. Who's gonna be the winner of this game? Sinister, which team is which, dude, if you don't mind me asking? Which is level 1 energy, which is Ryze Scrolls.
Level 1 energy is Davi's team, and
Okay.
then the other team is Ryze Scrolls.
Guys, I messed it up then. It's supposed to be... It's exclamation mark vote is 0 for level 1 energy, which is right side, and exclamation mark vote 1 for Ryze Scroll, which is left side. Toxic is Davy. What's Toxic Davy? Yeah, let's get the votes and who are the crowd favorite for tonight. Otherwise, a bit of an earlier start than usual, so just give us some time to warm up and everybody
like
start
I
trickling in.
I feel like I should keep my vote neutral in this one, just because I'm not sure about like how the other team looks rank-wise and how long they've been together. But
Yeah.
you know, Davy is Davy, so if I just vote Davy, that'd be biased. Then you know.
Fair enough. No casters casting. What are you a biased caster? How dare you? Otherwise, 2 remakes gone? Question mark. I don't know. Is that a thing? Do you get a certain amount of champs or relogs, so recreates? I guess recreations for DGL? I don't think so. Otherwise, gonna like both teams. We're gonna be jumping into champ select again. Davi's the losers this Spanish challenge. Can't get that.
Not a problem.
To be honest, from what I know, they better ban Fiora on level 1 scrolls. You know, I mean,
Not Ryze. Not ban Ryze.
oh, well, I mean against Ryze scrolls, but I mean they better ban Davi's Fiora. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens. We got the first ban coming through from each team. It's gonna be the Misfortune as well as Kaiser. Not Hextech Spartan. Welcome back, dude. Saying amen. Otherwise, I actually
the
did. Yeah.
The Rengar ban does seem like a comfort ban towards Hextech Spartan. It does seem like it is his most played champion. So that is.
Oh snap, the
probably
best
just,
Tarek support at SinisterSmiley is here.
Otherwise, we got the Nara and the Rengar takeaway. Dude, their team actually, their team name reminds me of a team I used to run way back in the day. Ryze Scrolls. My first DGL team was actually called Ryze Against. I don't know if you know the band Ryze Against.
Oh right, yeah.
But it was not Ryze as in the regular spelling, but RYZE. And I had a picture of Ryze on the front, dude. I thought it was very, very funny back in the day, dude. Like 5 or 6 years ago.
I bet you guys had a good giggle out of that.
Yeah, dude. Even made the logo and everything myself, bunch of friends and whatnot. But we're getting back into the lobby, or the champ select rather. We've got the first pick in, which is going to be Lissandra versus the Caitlyn from Reaper Lex. Reaper Lexi, I don't know.
Seems like it's mostly comfort bans all around, except for the Civ. I would say is a really good ban all around. I'm really liking the team comp from Davi's side at the moment, from level 1 energy, just because Vayne is still open, which is really strong at the moment, and a Caitlyn first picking that will mean it will force the enemy team not into a Vayne. I mean, I don't think you would really want to pick a Vayne into a Caitlyn, as well as a Galio being really strong at the moment and not being banned in the first banning phase.
Yeah, no, fair enough. That's understandable. I mean, the Caitlyn. I mean, she's in an okay spot. I wouldn't say she's amazing. I'd rather have seen like, for example, Lucian or something along those lines. But like you said, Caitlyn is going to be very effective versus something like Vayne, and see that they have locked in the Ashe. Ashe being a pretty like okay spot as well. Decent poke can deal with the Caitlyn somewhat. Otherwise, the fact that the Galio's come through. Did you read patch notes today, dude?
Oh right, he's been nerfed now.
Yeah, I mean, so
right. This is why we need to wake up early so we can read patch notes, kids. Kids, read your patch notes.
Drink the coffee, wake up early, and go through those patch notes. Dude, Galio got some nerfs, exactly. So I'm actually quite keen to see what kind of state Galio is at the moment. I feel like he's not a bad pick per se. He still does what he does, but he's not going to be able to have as much poke as beforehand, seeing as they've got that Galio like nerf, I believe, to the queue. So we'll see how he does. Otherwise, we've got the return pickup for Cho'Gath, letting through the Fiora for Davy. Is that a mistake, Sinister?
That was definitely a mistake in my opinion. Like, he plays that everywhere. If he's ADC, he goes Fiora ADC. It doesn't matter where he is. Fiora is a pick that he will always pick. That being said, I remember back in the day when Caitlyn was really busted, when she was like picked on the pro scene like every single game or banned. Doublelift was one of the first that picked Ashe as a counter pick for Caitlyn, so back then it used to be really good into Caitlyn, so I have to see if they can make that work again for them here.
Yeah, fair enough. Sounds like sounds good. Let's see if they're able to play the matchup accordingly. Otherwise, we got a question from Howsland in chat. Is this a ladder prem or what game? This is currently first division as far as I'm aware. Otherwise, welcome back, Howsland. How's it going, dude? I was tempted to ban our team's Diana, says Davy. Wait, you want to ban your own team's Diana? Confused? What? Are you not comfortable with the pick or what, dude? But now get the team together fast. This is Houseland and Crazy Lazy's Land. Otherwise, yeah, guys, if you're just showing us out, welcome. It's currently level 1 Energy versus Ryze Scrolls. If you want to vote on the outcome of either of these two teams, who the crowd favorite is, exclamation mark vote is 0 for level 1 Energy, which is the right side, I believe, and exclamation mark vote 1 for the Ryze Scroll, which is the left side. No rush, as the comps are not quite finished yet. We got the Zinza lock-in as well as the Vi.
Is that a hover for Sheepii, or are they gonna show Sheepii that?
Dude, they're just debating us, dude. Don't like this. Don't do us like that. Otherwise, you got the Shen support hover.
I was a big fan of the whole Shen meta back in the day when you could change. You basically went Ignite first, and then you went into lane all in level 1 and like try to get a kill, and then you would switch to TP, and then make a like TP play on the rest of the map. It was really nice, that whole meta with the Shen support back in the day.
Yeah, it's a very cool, very fun meta. I agree with you, but like, I don't know. He's in a questionable spot at the moment. I mean, he used to be in a state where you level 1, level 2, you could basically 1v1 their AD carry. Press Q, suddenly destroying their whole team. At least their bot lane, that is. So, like, I feel like he's in a much weaker spot. Still does the job with the global ultimate and whatnot, but I don't feel like he's that high in the priority list when it comes to support at the moment. But we got some votes coming through in chat. So we got the level 1 Energy taking 2 votes, currently in the lead. Guys, if you're on for Ryze Scrolls, exclamation mark vote 1. Yep.
They were debated. This is Galio support.
Okay, that's an interesting one. Galio support. I haven't seen that in a long time. I mean, I've seen it like once or twice, but we'll see if it's gonna work out. That matchup, but interesting. Galio versus Shen. Otherwise, we got a counter vote coming through for Ryze Scrolls. I trust in the Shen, says Darth Currency. Fair enough, fair enough. Otherwise, Sinister purely off the draft. Who do you think won the pick and ban phase?
I don't know if Lissandra was nerfed. If only Galio was nerfed, then I really like Lissandra on the mid lane. I think she's really strong. Xin Zhao jungle is really, I think, much better than the Vi. But that being said, I think with the Vi Galio engage potential, that could be a really good combo. I don't see them having a lot of peel for the Caitlyn, so they just need to be careful if the Xin Zhao and the Shen goes into the backline. If the Xin Zhao is very fed, they're going to have to pull a bit back and make sure the Caitlyn can be safe in the backline. That being said, I think I like the Galio Fiora comp more.
Okay, fair enough. So you're gonna say it's gonna be a hashtag Ryze Scrolls win?
Yeah.
Cool. We've got the broadcaster's curse applied, yeah.
I believe in the Galio support. There's 2 very weird supports in the bot lane, so it's hard to say who will win that matchup.
Alright, fair enough. I gotcha. Otherwise, guys, if you're just joining us now, welcome. But I go to game 1 of the best of 3 between level 1 Energy and Ryze Scrolls, the first division team. Darkness is at Sheepii. Galio's on level 1 Energy. Yes, correct. Galio is the level 1 Energy's right side. Exclamation mark vote 0. Exclamation mark vote 1 for Ryze Scrolls. Well, the votes at the top were mixed around because I did not realize which team was which at the start. Apologies for that. Otherwise, Cry Phoenix, welcome back, dude. Got that vote 0's coming in to sway the panel. Which new season starts today, guys. Like, anybody played their start of the promos yet, guys? I did watch with the Tilt stream earlier. I was playing some of these promo games. Looking a bit shaky on the fiddlesticks. One game that I did watch. Otherwise, Darth, how much of the Tilt stream did you catch tonight, dude? Crafting saying thanks, no worries. Sinister.
What's up, buddy?
Anything in particular you can see, or what would you like to see matchup wise? For example, like in lane specifics, dynamics with like Fiora being played into like a Cho'Gath, stuff like that. What are you in for this game, dude? Any thoughts?
I think it's Fiora. The Cho'Gath is gonna have to play very safe. He's gonna have to respect the Fiora. I'm pretty sure Dabby knows how to play into most top lane matchups with Fiora. So
Okay.
from what I can see, most of the time when he picks Fiora, he's normally going even or does fairly well in his lane. So the top lane matchup, I think, definitely goes to Fiora. But otherwise, I don't know. Like, you're the support main here. Who do you think will win against the Shen Galio? I think the Galio, even though he's nerfed, will probably still be a bit better than the Shen, because they both have the kind of taunt-like ability. But other than that, they don't have any other CC for them. Except for the Galio ult. I don't know if the Galio gets some good roams off, maybe to mid. That would be great.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tough one. Honestly, I don't really see that matchup ever. I don't think I've ever seen Galio versus Shen support, so it's kind of hard to say how that's gonna work. Let me just think. Galio, Shen, I feel like Shen likes to go very aggressive. Galio has a taunt to potentially counter, as well as the E to disengage if Shen goes for the taunt, so like, I feel like it's probably about a skill matchup. I wouldn't say one either like hard counters the other or not, but we're gonna be getting into game in just a second. The stream delay is done and dusted, so we're gonna switch to that in-game scene. Able to see all the awesome skins that people are being, all the skins that are used tonight rather. Loading in just a second, so just remember that we need to sync up times at the start. We've got Woad Ash, Lissandra, Surgeon Shan, Imperial Zenzal, Jurassic Cho'Gath versus Snowder, Day, Syndra, Project Fiora, Project Vi, Enchanted Galio, and Pool Party Caitlyn. Like to see the double project skin. Lack of skin on Lissandra kind of scares me.
So one problem that I have slightly touched on in Champion Select that I could see could be an issue in this case is actually this happened to our DJL game earlier in the week as well. So basically have a really nice all-in comp or like a good comp to engage with, but then you almost leave your ADC exposed, and then they have a comp that can take advantage of that if the ADC is left alone. I mean, they can jump, Xinjia can jump on a, Shen can ult, Galio can ult. So, you know, the Lissandra, you just need to make sure that your ADC is safe when team fights.
See if everyone's gonna be doing their job this game. Like when she might sort of what's up, mighty? Welcome back. Unfortunately, no years. The spectating for DGL has all the events disabled, so you have to wait for that for a little bit later when you are done with the casting. If you guys don't know, we'll be doing a coaching session with the Valhalla 2.0 Vega team. It's the team that I do manage from the girls teams. Probably gonna be going through one or two of their matches from this week or last week's DGL. I've been struggling a little bit, so I feel like we need to get them in and have some progress / touch up on certain things that potentially could work on. But we're not going to worry about that. We're currently going into a game 1 of the best of 3, and I believe we said that it was going to be a #energy win. Sinister?
For me,
yeah.
Based purely on comp, yes.
Based purely on comp, yeah.
Yeah. Although I do think that it's going to depend much on how much Xinjia can, because I see Xinjia did take the correct runes, he did take Hail of Blades, which is really, really good on him at the moment. So I think if he can maybe snowball and get ahead, that will be a big turning point for them and their team.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I'm pretty surprised that Zinzao did make it through very, very strong state at the moment, especially if you do go Hail of Blades, really busted as far as I know. Don't know if it did come up with a patch notes at all, as far as I know it didn't. Something to watch out for. We did see, it was yesterday's game that we casted with the Pheno popping off on the Zinzao. Even though they did manage to win, you could see that it's a very potent pick at the moment. So something to watch out, especially for the second draft potentially. Otherwise, looks like Mighty able to claim as the Blitzing as there was a bit of a misspell coming through. Otherwise, guys, it looks like we might be in for a bit of a long loading screen. Apparently, it's a potato PC going to punish Child, belonging to Dabby. But we are in, so let's just let me know when you are ready.
I'm in game.
Pause at 5 seconds.
Are we going to pause at 5? Okay, lovely.
Yeah. Still letting in. Oops. It's just black screen for me.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing on your stream. I'm exactly the same as you. I'm in, but it's...
Yeah, it's just something to do with the loading.
The lights are on, but no one's home.
There we go, yep, there we go, good analogy. So let's be front top lane, jungle. Oh, I'm at 6 seconds.
Oh, dang.
Hashtag scuffed.
I'm on 10. Sorry.
Okay, gonna go to 10, let's just. 7, 8, 9, go. 11, 12, hopefully we are synced.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I'm cursed. Last 3 seasons I've been 3 for 7, and since Jacqueline Warren did last season, I went 6 for 4. Got placed on Platinum 1. Won 21 games straight on Tarek, dude. I cannot beat that ever in my career, dude. I have peaked. But getting back to the game, good luck to everyone that's doing their placements.
Should go back to Tarek then, Brady.
XDD. That was actually on Tarek, for those you guys don't know. Bring back the Tarek, man, so you don't miss that. But yeah, just getting back to the game, we see that both teams got opting for the fan art. Nothing too spicy. We did see yesterday that there was a very questionable event coming through from the League of Legends team. Got 5-man knockoff from Cyan, ended up giving 3 kills over to GG really early in the first game. But this one looking a little bit more safe. It was the first game of this best of 3 series.
Just the important fact to note that I saw on Champ Select, the Syndra did opt in for cleanse, so ganking her will be a bit more harder than it usually is. So they're gonna have to try and burn both those before they can do anything in mid.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see that they are running cleanse. We've seen like 1 or 2 barriers instead of mid lane, as well as good knights, and matchups potentially could use cleanse versus Lissandra especially. Question from Cry Phoenix. Any RSA players play Cassia bot as Eddie carry? As far as I know, no. For some reason, okay, especially like the local scene, it's like with Sodoki where it takes quite a while for the meta to trickle down and stuff. Like, I don't know why, but Eddie carries in South Africa are very stuck on their Eddie carry. Like, meta, I personally feel like I'd much rather have an AP carry at the moment over an Eddie carry, especially in Sodoki. But as far as I know they don't. But Karth is another very nice AP carry for the bot lane, same with Vladimir. Otherwise, mods, can you please just adjust the music if it is a little bit loud? It's your choice. Dealer's choice. Or in this case, Dot Curious's choice.
I remember the other day I was watching Jungling Moron stream, and I remember him telling he's not really impressed with the Cho'Gath top at the moment, so I have to see if he can make it different. Maybe it's confirmed that Sugoi Kuhai is better than Jungling Moron. Maybe, let's have a look.
Well, I'm gonna have to listen to you pronounce that top lane Cho'Gath name a couple more times if I get it. Sugoi, what? Sugoi Kuhai, gotcha. Kuhai. Cannot do it, dude. I'm just gonna call him Cho'Gath, screw it. Otherwise, you did see a bit of a trade on the bot side. Galio getting chunked pretty hard. Shen looking for the time before she does not connect. But a trade on the bot side is, the jungle as well. Eclaw not gonna get there in time though. Nice little stun coming through from Syndra, able to disengage in that one. Otherwise, thanks Darth for adjusting the background music as we are in game. Much appreciated, dude.
Fire's a bit low, but both junglers are on the top side here, and Fiora is pushed up, so Jinja could look at maybe ganking here. They really want to take advantage of this. Jinja is moving up. He needs to go out.
Oh, Dabby holding onto the flash for no reason. He will result in burning the flash later and going down. That's a massive mistake coming through. Guys, stop being greedy. Stop holding out. Just burn the flash early game. That's a guaranteed hit with the Q.
If that kill went onto Jinja, that would have been massive for him, since we really want him to snowball. But let's see if the Cho'Gath can make use of this kill. I mean, maybe he backs now and he doesn't have to use TP. He can just shove that wave in and then come back. I see Fiora did use a TP. He'll might be pressured into staying in the lane now.
Yeah, TP advantage in Cho'Gath's favor, as you mentioned. Otherwise, Jungling Moron saying that Loki flame was brilliant. So, which Loki flame is he talking about? Do you recall?
I'm not sure. I must have
unintentionally
do that.
I don't know, dude. I honestly don't know which one of us Loki flamed, but I think it was just the bias curse.
The Loki flame for Jungling Moron, right? Yes, that's what he's talking about.
Wait, what did you say? I don't even remember, dude.
His Cho'Gath.
Oh, got you. Some cake. Thanks for actually noticing that, dude. Dude, honestly, I don't even remember half the stuff we're talking about, dude.
When you're Jungling Moron stream, you have to be Loki toxic.
Otherwise, we'll trade the top side. It's going to be Davy turning it back with the parry. He actually managed to get out of it nicely, stunning the Cho'Gath, able to walk that one off. Zinzal applying a lot of pressure on the top side. It feels like the League of Legends team were over against Spartan, looking for the taunt, connects onto only the support, but the poke damage from the max range Caitlyn, using the brush effectively to activate that passive.
Yeah, so far it looks like it's not going too badly for the Galio support and bot lane. Trade is looking really much in favor of them and of the Caitlyn Galio. Good poke from them, since the Caitlyn has such range and the Galio can use it. I wonder if he has something like can't see his secondary runes. If he has like mana flow ban or something to deal with his mana.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we can actually check that on the replays, at least. A little bit unlucky, is what it is. Otherwise, yeah, just thinking about the bot lane, they have the semi-global ultimate on the Galio as well as the global from Shen, so depending on the distance, it might be an issue for Galio to try to keep up with Shen. Potentially could have seen something spicy like a spellbook or something, allow for the TV on support cover. See Vi coming for his own gank attempt to the top side, just immediately cancelled. Nice little knockout coming through from Cho'Gath. Not the easiest of ganks for a Vi, seeing as Cho'Gath has both his silence and his knockup. Just Sinister, when you hold that thought there, a little trade on the top side. Looks like Davi looking for the kill. Vi here as well. Davi doesn't have the flash, applies the parry. Just starts to opt to jump away, does not get knocked out. What are you planning on doing your solo queue, dude? Are you gonna leave it to the last moment so you can actually grind hard this season? What's the plan?
I really want to do it much earlier this season, but I don't want to start too early. I might just wait till maybe like February, like just like a week or two at least, just for everything to a little bit calm down a bit. I don't want everyone trying now at the first second of the season to be in my rank game. That could be catastrophic.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. There's a lot of different strategies and approaches when it comes to solo queue grinding. Some guys are very for the whole let's rush at the start of the season and spam as many games as possible, see how high we can get before the divide comes through, the great divide. Otherwise, a lot of guys like to chill for the 2-week break or something beforehand, before touching rank, just to let the tryharders to like get through and whatnot.
I'm calling it later tonight on LoL SA. Just watch out for Ian Casilla. He's gonna post how he got diamond already.
Dude, I believe I was the first to diamond last season.
Oh right, yes. Unfortunately, the guy's got a stream now. Eh?
It is what it is, dude. I'm taking a different approach this year. It's a different approach this year, dude. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe I'll go for the grind on my Smurf account or something.
Guys, let us know in chat if you want to see Sheepii do some solo queue soon.
F, dude. F, pay respects, dude. I'm gonna go back to Plat 5 and see him soon. But getting back to the game, currently 1-0 in favor of blue side, 7 minutes in. 1 to kill on the Cho'Gath. Bit of a trade on the top side. Davi. Otherwise, I believe there are a couple of scrims going on tonight between some of the teams. Royalty scrimming, not too sure who against though.
Do you have word if you can spectate those games from Mr. Bossman?
I think it's going on at the moment, so I don't know if we're going to be able to. But I actually no idea. I should have probably asked that. But, I feel like over time, the teams are going to learn to start enabling their spectate disable, like the passwords and stuff for spectating. Or disabling spectator entirely, probably.
Probably going to happen. Especially closer to the tournament, you see everyone spectator disabled.
Yeah. Hey, you can't disable spectate on normal games though, or ranked flex. Just keep that in mind, guys. Gonna be slow keys like sneaking into your spectator or into your match. Bit of a trade at the top side again. Davi lurking. Cho'Gath silence gets the crit or the what do you call that? Davi if you're a side proc, is it the vital?
Yeah, it's a vital.
Okay, vitals. A lot of pings can be done. Shen, nice deep ward. Vines and Zal find each other on the jungle. Vi looking for the approach, does get a bit of damage down. Zin's out recommitting, does opt to flash out immediately after. What an interesting decision.
That's why, even though we see the first blood on blue side, the gold lead isn't really in anyone's favor at the moment. It's still very, very even, since you can see that you know, it's not actually too bad for both sides. Seems like the Ashe is a bit behind, but yeah, it's not much going on at the bottom. It looks like the junglers are playing more towards the mid and top side of the map at the moment. The most part of the game.
We've seen that fairly often. I'm not too sure what's all the SA players are wanting to play around top side. I mean, I guess getting a Cho'Gath ahead if you go something like a full AP or something would be very potent. Otherwise, it looks like Hasty Spot looking for a potential play on the bot side as soon as Shen leaves. A little bit dominance, so I said Ignite was placed down onto Ashe, so we'll be taking away a bit. Not sure if that was optimal or not. Otherwise, trade on the top side. Dabi currently half, does jump through. He's not going to back off. Here comes Zinz up with the gank. Dabi caught up. Oh, actually, almost flashes into the knockup, but just lands after. That could have been pretty bad. It's going to be Davi's flash down once again. Like Dabby's lost his flash twice now from ever coming into a fight when he doesn't know where the enemy jungler is. Something that potentially should be worked on for the future. He does go through the Vons.
Yeah, I think that early Glacial Shroud pickup from the Cho'Gath was very big for him. The trades from Fiora is relevant, but not as strong as I think it could have been if he didn't have that early on.
Otherwise, would you see that Ryze opted for Electrocutes? Any thoughts on that, dude?
I think Electrocute is still a fairly good rune on Vi. I mean, you proc it almost instantly if you Q onto someone and then activate your basic attack reset on her. So I think that's the normal rune that you normally go on her.
Going for a very potent damage build. Oh, just realized that my support and any carry combination in the... Hold that thought there, bit of a trade on the top side. There's going to be 2 of the Vitals proc for the Fiora ulti. The third one, Dabby looking for the last attack. Does get it. The heal is there. The knockup from Cho'Gath going to be able to disengage. Does queue back in. Unfortunately, doesn't have flash to get the last attack onto the Vitals. So that's going to be Cho'Gath walking it off. No teleport available. Teleport in favor of, or teleport advantage in favor of Dabby.
It looks like we have mostly this game just spectating top. Bot lane is just farming it up, poking now and then. The Galio gets a good taunt and then he just backs off again and they go back to farming. And mid lane, nothing's happened at all. They're just farming. They're both on like 93, 91 farm, pretty much even. It's very much just a game of farm and Dabby fighting Cho'Gath.
Gold, pretty much exactly even. As I said that, 16.9 and 17k. Cho'Gath with the knockup, Dabby, silence, auto attack, a little bit of damage being started. Once again, watching the wet noodle fight on the top side. Very uneventful game in terms of like kills. This game seems every gank almost completely just like negated, or burning a summoner.
That being said, Dabby is now actually quite a bit ahead in farm to the Cho'Gath, and she has shoved them out of lane quite a lot, bringing his tower down to 3 plates, which means if she can keep up this pressure, she'll pretty much take that tower soon and she can start roaming on the map and looking to take more objectives. There's a Fernal Drake on the map, plus that Rift Herald that can maybe, if they get it early, can get good money on stacks for the plates.
Nothing better than a plate for the gold. The taunt coming through from Hextech Spartan, that's going to be a Shen super low. The flash burn plus the heal. So a lot invested in favor of red side and the bot side of the map. And as you see Zenzel making his way towards that bot side, potentially for a gank, but of a train at the top so that parry connects. Going to be able to silence Cho'Gath. Vi currently doing her blue buff. Do you know if the Targon changes have come through, dude?
I don't think so. Like, I've read the notes either.
That's gonna be a Reaper Alex picking up the kill onto Shen. Super chunk. That's a hard wrestling piece. That's gonna be a really unfortunate seeing as that was their gank attempt. Support does go down trying to over advance. The Q flash. Holy one shots the Ashe. Leads to the Vi ultimate. The Galio knock up onto Zenzel. As beautifully played by Red Side, getting themselves 3 kills back in the game. From 0 to hero. He's currently 1-3 now in favor of Red Side. Nicely played with the gold advantage.
Yeah, they're going to turn that into a Infernal Drake now as well, which is really great. I mean, I guess both junglers decided, listen, we're done with top now. That's boring. We're going to just both go on to bot lane now and see what we can do there. And really well played to Red Team on capitalizing on that Vi. Really good gank from her.
Yep, Infernal Drake is really great. Can confirm. Lyrical genius. Otherwise, Crash Phoenix says it's not this patch, almost indeed. Haven't had a chance to read the patch notes, probably will go through it after this game though. Do you believe the Galio notes should be through them? Otherwise, top turret currently always half health, 14 minutes in, so the plates of armor will have dropped, making the turret a lot squishier. Should be seeing some more rotations and the game progressing from the laning phase soon enough. Dabby looking potential commit, does not have the vital, last attack will be enough, right? Mops it back off to gain the vital. I mean, that's really nice to for all the traders as well. Really nice thing you can do with when you first get Fiora is basically if the vital is on a certain side, try hug that wall potentially that prevents them from getting around you, getting the extra damage, especially with the ultimate. It looks like Davi's gonna be stuck until rocking 3 members. He does have the Vi coming through there. Parry connecting. Vi with the charge does get the Lizardra ultimate there. Ice Prison, Grill, ties flashing, gets the shutdown onto Vi. Davi up to just back off immediately, does burn his flash once again. Oh, we got the Ryze going engaged, drops the ultimate. Oh, no, that's gonna be Davi going down as well. Currently 3-3 Syndra fighting Chug at the top side, dropping the ultimate flashes away. Oh, flashes the stun, walks back into it though. It's gonna be the 4 members of the blue side of the collapse. Since our super run needs to be careful. Flash out because from the Lissandra. Nicely played, do pick up the kill. That was quite an eventful series of events, for lack of better words.
Really good ultimate there from the Shen, keeping the Jinzhao alive just long enough so you can come in and block basic attacks and help them win that fight there.
Yeah, they did end up getting the top turret, but only after losing the bottom tier 1 turret, so kind of worth, kind of not. They got themselves a lot of kills plus a turret. Potentially if they had Rift here, could be even more worthwhile. Rift being a volatile objective at me. Many to see if they get an effective usage on it or not.
I feel like blue team is making good plays here. They are still a bit behind, so I think this is the time in the game they have to try and maximize this little lead they've built up just now as much as possible, and try and snowball the game from here for them. I think if they wait out too long, the Caitlyn will come online, and the Fiora definitely has a good amount of farm, so still a lot of faith there.
Well, do you see that Vi going down as well? Ashe just with the zoning ultimates across the map. Well, like you said, they're playing very proactive, which is exactly what you want to be doing, trying to control and dictate the pace of the game. Looks like Fiora looking for the vitals. 1 more attack will be enough. Nicely played by Davi. Ashe not able to work his way out of that one. Has heal available still. Hopefully not to use it though. That they've gone for a lane swap, putting red side's bot lane towards top side now that the Drake has gone down, as well as the tier 1 turret on the bot side of the map. I'd like to see Vi playing around top side. When you do go for a lane swap like this, you generally have the Vi / jungler in the rotating around the bot lane just to make sure that they are safe to push in and not getting like a 3-man dove. Gonna be the top tier 1 going down, 5-4, 17 minutes in. Otherwise, no real objectives on the map. Very nice ward control coming through from red side. You can see that they've got a very well spread out wards to have a decent coverage of the entire map actually. No, nicely done by their team. Actually very impressive to be honest.
No, not bad. It's unfortunate because the season reset today. I couldn't get most of the people's ranks when I quickly searched them up on op.gg. So I don't really know what the rank matchup is between the two teams, but it seems like it's fairly even actually. If you look at most people how they're playing and warding and macro wise, it's not a big difference from what I can see.
Otherwise, there's everything else in front of us. The taunt does come through. Plus the Vile, plus to be Davi able to pick up the kill in a 1v3 versus Zinzal. Lemon, does this remind you of yesterday's Fino game when Zinzal did? Otherwise, what's up? I just got hit by a 2-second ad or what? What is a 2-second ad? Is that a thing? Oh, I see the Rift spawn on the bot side of the map, looking to potentially get that turret for that rotation.
So this is very unfortunate for the Ashe. She's gonna look like she's gonna fall behind quite a bit in this game here. Pretty feels bad, man, when you fall behind on an Ashe, I believe. I mean, your abilities doesn't do much and you're very immobile, so it's pretty much you're just a CC tool with your ultimate at this stage unless you can get some farming going.
Yep, just an Ashe with no cash. Feels bad, man. Otherwise, good guy Lemon, unfortunately I'm not running ads, that would be Twitch side. Only partners get to run ads intentionally and get a cut of it. It's not the case yet, dude, but don't worry, we'll get there eventually. I think the league partner is the first goal, and potentially Twitch partner, to see how it goes like. Otherwise, thanks to everyone that's come out tonight to come and join us for the game of the series. Ashe, ultimate actually does connect. Fiora not able to parry it away, does dash away just in time, will not get chain CC'd. Well played by Davi. It's going to be Ashe arrow down. Red side looking for potential siege to the murder. Lissandra currently shoving in top. Note that Lissandra has teleport while the mid laner from red side actually has cleanse. Something that could potentially result in a blue side favored rotation. Great. Go for it.
Caitlyn's very close to finishing her rapid fire cannon, and once she has that, she's going to be able to very safely stand behind and poke people down. Like I said in the Champions Select, they're going to have to try and get on that Caitlyn in the back line. Otherwise, they're not going to have a great time.
That was stand behind me, as you mentioned. But we've got Great Ninja joining us on the channel tonight, saying Galio support, not happy. Your forehead feels bad, man. Not a favorite. It feels great. So welcome to the channel, dude. Good guy Lemon says, but no, I'll give it to Matt. He wouldn't press R when Fiora. Sorry, he wouldn't press R when Fiora still has parry up. Hope at least. Okay, no, fair enough. Fair enough. If you guys just joining us now, it's currently the game 1 of the best of 3 for the first division teams. It's the trade coming through the mid side. Lysandra go for the claw. Dabby go for the 1v1, pops the ultimate, gets the first vital, does get knocked up. Still the chase gets the Q for these 2 ball attacks, flashes, or hits the second last one. Shen taunt, or Shen ultimate rather. Dabby's ultimate does do this, or expire rather. The taunt misses. Ignite dropped once again. I feel like these supports like to ignite preemptively for some reason.
I think he may have thought that his taunt would have landed, but unfortunately it did not.
Oh, Galio looking for the taunt. Nice little flash over to the ace in the hole. Not going to be able to get the damage required as Ash just takes it to the face, no stress. We've got Chemo joining us in chat. How's it going, Chemo? Welcome back. Are you ready for the new season? Red side finally getting that mid-tier 1 turret with CG up for a while. ARAM coming through. Nice little knockup coming through. Cho'Gath dropping the silence. Does get stunned. Ash ultimately connecting onto the Galio support.
That was actually a really great knock-up from the Cho'Gath. That is exactly what they need. The Caitlyn was walking up way too much in the front line, and great punishment coming through from the Cho'Gath there. They can keep on doing that and actually capitalizing on it. I really think that's a way they can get back into this game.
Well, let's see what happens though. Currently 5-5, 22 minutes in. Fairly close game still. Anyone's match. No like definite dictators, although I do feel like red side is starting to play a little more proactive. Like blue side is just reacting to what they do, sort of rotating to counter potential moves.
Dabby has his first item now complete on that Fiora, and he's just doing the normal split pushing game for the Fiora. You can see her farm showing that it's pulling a bit far ahead now, and this is what I talked about earlier, is you really don't want the game to stall out too long because she's going to get really strong.
Otherwise, Dabby with the pick of the brush does find the support, has Ash on the way as well, so needs to watch out. Up to his back out, re-engages, actually does not a flash, needs to watch out. Cho'Gath on the tail as well. Shen taking a lot of damage for his efforts. Otherwise, Chairman saying, just got home back from work, still a little exhausted, but I'm doing great. Who's your co-caster tonight? My co-caster is the one, the only SinisterSmiley mod of the one of the mods of the channel.
Good evening, friends.
Good evening. But yeah, I love the trade. Otherwise, hopefully these games are finished before Hopper's 9. Otherwise, I believe Sinister has to tap out for work. A little unfortunate. Sinister,
unfortunately, the life.
It is what it is, dude. Gotta bring in the bread and the butter. J-Mo just finishes work, Sinister just starts. It's just as goes on the circle of life. J-Mo, what do you do for work? And glad to have you back in the channel. We'll see that that's the Lysandra potentially looking for some sort of engage here. Does have the claw, but for the pickup, no awards on red side. That's going to be Royal Titus taking the red buff. Dabby overextending once again. Cho'Gath does have the knockup. Nice little parry comes through. Hits both. The Lysandra with the claw over the wall. Goes to the W, into the Q. Does take the kill onto Dabby. The ultimate from Vi onto Cho'Gath. Lysandra doing as much damage as she can. It's going to be Royal Titus getting the kill onto Vi, but Shen dying to Caitlyn. Lysandra after Hero's entrance will not connect onto anybody. Currently 2 members of red side dead versus the one only support from blue side.
Yeah, Dabby almost getting out on that was a really good riposte on him, but unfortunately he was caught out a bit. He needs to be a bit more careful when he walks around in the enemy jungle. Otherwise, that could have been great for him if he did actually get out on that. Someone in the chat asked if Lady of the Rune King is good on Xin Zhao. I think it used to be, but I don't know if it is anymore. As far as I know, you go Triforce and Sterak's Gauge. So not the most optimal build, I would say. Maybe he's just looking for more attack speed, not sure. I think with Halo Blades you don't need it.
I agree with you on that one. I was about to say that Halo Blades, and so as far as I know, does not require a Bork. But, I mean, Ash has got a Bork, so doesn't that count? 2 Borks are better than 1.
Yeah, you do like the Borks.
So running after that dog naughty.
There's no Nashes in this game, boys. Come on.
What's the dog that passed away that made those weird like barking videos? But sorry about that. So nice to see that Reds are going for their third Drake attempt. It's going to be the second Inferno. By picking it up. Nicely played. Chetmo says that works in a discount store at the moment. Nothing too fancy, but whatever keeps the money coming. Fair enough. Fair enough. Trying to think of some sort of pun with regards to working and bringing in money with discounts. It's not gonna work. Oh, nice little prediction coming through from the Cho'Gath, able to cancel the Hectic Spartan engage attempt.
At the moment, level 1 Energy has 2 Infernal Drakes and a Earth Drake. So I think if they just keep on doing what they're doing now, playing safe enough. I mean, except for that little thing where they got caught out in the jungle. But if they don't do that kind of thing and just let the Fiora keep on farming, like she's not doing right now.
What was that? A little bit poorly executed by red side, blue side. Davi currently walking out. Oh, flash torch coming through very late under turret. No follow-up. Cho'Gath looking for the knockup. Unfortunately, it does miss. Nicely stepped by Davi. Questionable trigger pull on the flash taunt. I feel like that could have been a little bit earlier. Probably on cooldown from the first missed taunt attempt though. As well as the Ashe ultimate, kind of questionable synergy for the counter. With the trailer mid lane. Headshot into the Q from Caitlyn. Unfortunately, net not connecting, so Lissandra chunked down a half. Otherwise, what's up? Hi Kuka, welcome to the channel, my dude. Saying Fighto Davi, Fighto, alright.
They put a lot of investment into that bot lane on Davi, and in turn they didn't get much. I mean, bot mid lane tower is now, inhibitor tower is now almost chunked.
Looks like the Zinzal will be caught out. Drops off the ultimate, flashing out. Nice gunshot open for the enough to keep it running. Looks like Reaper XI picking up the kill onto Lissandra. The X6 Spartan doing a lot of work with the Galio, a lot of taunt engages coming through. I like the aggressive coming through, or aggressiveness rather, I guess. Otherwise, you see that the jungler able to split push to the top side of the map. These lane assignments are kind of questionable. Like you mentioned with the bot lane rotation, they sent multiple members, almost the entire team to go deal with the Davi, who wasn't particularly overextended, so I feel like that was a bit of a misplay and has resulted in them losing a lot of pressure, getting caught out in soft hands.
This Galio, we were wondering in the beginning of the game if the support Galio is going to be any good, but he's actually... I think he's doing a really great job. At the same time, he doesn't have any AP, so it's not like he can poke really hard. But I feel like with the kit he has, he's doing a great job with the taunt and just zoning people off, actually.
I agree, definitely is potent. As to whether it'll be better than some other potential supports who could do the job as well, potentially not. But like he's saying, he's definitely doing work, looking for the Galio taunt. Did that flash? I felt like he could have potentially taunt flash on the 3 members there, and I would have guaranteed them the win on the team fight. The Ashe going down for the Fiora, Davi is dead, as well as Vi. Currently 3 members alive from either side. Actually alive, 4 members from blue side. Cho'Gath surviving with the skin by the skin of his teeth. And here it's in the mid lane, kind of low, just below half off. Predicted, or the preemptive QE combination coming through from the Syndra. Not able to connect as the Sandra ups are not going for that claw.
Caitlyn is going to go to base back with 3,100 gold, and she already has 1 item into maybe her Infinity Edge, but once the next team fight comes, this Caitlyn is going to do a lot of damage. Just there right now, she 3/4 health the Shane with 1 headshot. And there we go, the Infinity Edge has been picked up by Caitlyn, so that's going to be a bit of a yikes. If they can't get onto the Caitlyn, she's gonna just turn the team fights into their favor instantly.
And the pork has been finished by Zinzal, and he's onto his maw already. I hope it's just going to leave it in the next Cheapers for Holy. Words are hard, English is not a language apparently. Otherwise, Vi going for the top side, trying to control vision objective of Baron on the map soon. I
really don't think AP is that big of an issue for him. I don't know if the Maw is a good choice. The people that's fed in their team is Fiora, Vi, and Caitlyn. I mean, Galio doesn't have any AP, and Syndra, she's doing okay, but I mean, she's not very fed. So I don't really like the spot from the Syndra.
I agree to that one. I think the nice side, if you guys do go for the Vaughn blue side, definitely look into Zinzal build pods. Could be a little bit more optimal than the current build. Syndra not being fed at all does not necessarily need the Hex Drinker, as you mentioned. Shogath answering to Davi's Fiora. Parry comes through, managed to cancel out the knockup. Very nicely played by Davi. Applying a lot of pressure right now. You see by the rest of both teams just hovering around middle. I feel like they should not siege mid right here. I'd rather put a member towards top side. It's a massive slow push, like building towards the red side top tier 1 turret. In this case, you want to get lane priority first, get the lane shutting in. That way the blue side have to split the deal with the top lane instead of trying to take the 4v4 in the mid lane. Try to get looking for the flank. Davi not answering. Blue side need to be careful. Red side need to be careful. Flash plus the Lissandra ultimate will get placed onto Caitlyn. Sonya's extra up. Hero's entrance coming through. Doesn't manage to knock up 4 members. 5 members of blue side. Re-engaged. Looks like Caitlyn in the back line going low. That's going to be the Zins out dead. Galio dead. Lissandra dead. Shen dead. Ace in the hole. Onto the Shogath Davi here to finish with the kill. That's going to be a blue side ace. 2 members of red side going down. Inhibitor exposed. Potentially looking for the game. Sinister, do you think it's going to be game rush here, dude?
Yeah, I think that's going to be game. Davi did hold on to his Sheepii a little bit long, but luckily the Galio did think quick on his feet. That ultimate dragging out the fight just long enough for him so he can finally TP through and help them clean up that fight. That being said, you can still see Caitlyn's fairly full on health, so it's not like she wasn't too much of danger. But if that Galio ultimate didn't stop them, it might have been a problem for Caitlyn if they did get onto it. But overall, well played to them. I guess they did what they needed to, and they closed out the game.
Yeah, GG well played. It's going to be the first game going over to, I believe it's Ryze. Or was this,
this is level 1 energy.
Level 1 energy taking the first game, apologies. Always Davi mentioned that his mom was watching the stream. Okay, awesome, if she is still watching, welcome Davi's mom. Hope you are proud of the way that Davi played tonight.
Jason is a champ.
Absolute madman, but that's going to be game 1 done. Going to game 2 soon enough. That's going to go to the post-game stats, potentially see if the next custom will be starting immediately. But yeah, dude, MVP for the first game. Thoughts?
MVP. I mean, I think if we're going for winning team, I think Davi kept it cool even though he was ganked many times. I think he kept it cool, just kept on farming and got his power spike and then took advantage of it. But I think the Caitlyn played really safe. So,
okay. And thoughts on the Galio? I felt like he did a lot of work that game.
I think he had some crucial moments, but like you said before, I think there's supports that can do the same. That still do the job that he can, but is better at a support role. But I think for a Galio support, I mean, he did as much as he could. That 5-man ultimate at the end was really, really good.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I feel like Galio did a lot of work that game, but like you said, it was multiple crucial members of that team, so potentially no MVP, I guess. Otherwise, I'm gonna get you into this lobby just a sec. Sinister, I hope you're ready to leave for work. have you got dressed and everything, dude?
Yes, I'm ready. I can literally just stand up and leave.
Okay, perfect. Fortunately,
this is also why this game is always people need to remember. This game is a mindset game as well. I mean, if Davi could have easily tilted there, and I mean, the normal solo queue norm is I'm getting camped. I need to be negative now and rage at my jungler for not helping me when I get ganked the whole time. But that's not the case. If you're playing a scaling champion like Vayne, Fiora, whoever you're playing, just chill out, farm up, and then wait for the late game.
Yeah, play towards your win conditions, 100%. Otherwise, we'll be getting to the game in just a moment. So, gonna have the 2 rosters already up. Not too sure if they are gonna be going straight in on what the story of the plan is yet, guys. If you are joining us now, it's currently game 2, going into game 2 of the best of 3 between level 1 energy and Ryze Scrolls. Ryze level 1 energy taking the first game. Currently 1-0. But we're gonna get the polls back up, guys. When you're ready, exclamation mark vote 0 for level 1 energy, exclamation mark vote 1 for Ryze Scrolls. Tell us who the fan favorites are for tonight. Going into game 2 in just a moment. Myself, Sheepii, as well as SinisterSmiley on the casts. Just gonna wait for the other team to ready up and just say that we're ready. But yeah, Sinister, looking at the pick and bans from last game, do you feel like there's gonna be? Do you feel like there's any new bans coming through this this round, the second match?
Maybe take away the Caitlyn. Looks like she was very comfortable on the champion. Otherwise, I think top lane didn't do too badly against Davi. The question is, if they think they don't want to deal with Dabby's late game and with his split pushing, maybe it's good to maybe ban the Fiora. But otherwise, I think the laning phase was actually quite fine for him. He didn't feed or actually do bad. That's pretty much up to the team if they think they can deal with it, if they have a plan of action. But otherwise, I think the only two bans they might want to change up is banning Fiora or Caitlyn.
Okay, fair enough. I was got a question from non-Hextex and asking who's the MVP. We said honorable mention to multiple members, including yourself, Hextech, but no direct MVP. Well, hopefully we'll have a serious MVP though. Don't worry, just keep playing like the last game, potentially in line for that, dude. But going back to the pick a ban phase, currently the Kai'Sa Misfortune takeaway. Interesting Misfortune ban, dude. I don't feel like she's particularly like played that much. Probably just a direct like target ban.
Yeah, as far as I know, I did see. Yeah, Reaper Alexi is most played, I think, as Misfortune in Jin. I don't know if he was he the ADC the last game?
Oh, I'm not gonna be able to answer that question for you, to be honest.
It's just business.
Yeah, no, it is for the enemy team. Yeah, it is on his OP.gg.
Okay.
39 games in ranked, 62% win rate, so not too bad.
Not bad, not bad. Unless what's up, Chairman says that, dang it, missed the end, had to rewatch the Awakened video. Fair enough, I can respect that. If you guys haven't watched the latest League of Legends video, make sure to go do so. Absolutely insane. Visually stimulating, music on point. I felt like it was a bit lackluster with the fighting and whatnot. So I feel like they could have definitely put a little bit more effort into that. But other than that, I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. But we got the first pickup coming through. It's going to be the Caitlyn. Versus the Sejuani. Very potent pick at the moment. Can respect the Sejuani. Not too sure which lane it's going into, due to the fact that it potentially can be played in every role besides the AD carry role. Most likely will be the jungle though.
Yeah, so obviously they don't feel comfortable just with having a great laning phase against the Fiora. They don't actually want to deal with the split pushing and, you know, the annoyingness they send 3 people bot and he still gets away. So rather just going to ban it out. They don't want to deal with that. So that's respectable.
Yeah, like we mentioned, very comfortable pick for the Dabby, the Dabster. So good takeaway, could respect that. Twisted Fate, locked at Twisted Fate. That's interesting.
Well, they might go for, if they pick up Shen again here with like the previous game and then combo that with the Twisted Fate, they can maybe do some fancy 4-man ganks into a lane and then try snowball it. Depends if they can get a hyper carry maybe in bot lane or something like that.
It seems like both teams like to prioritize their global presence. For example, the Shen ultimate as well as the Galio support ultimate, now with Twisted Fate having his semi-global ultimate. Pantheon equivalent. Otherwise, got the Warwick lock-in. It's very interesting. No Sins out, despite the fact that it was open this game. Yep.
I think the Caitlyn was a good pick. Like I said, it worked really well in the previous game, but I'm not sure about the Warwick. There we go. They have the Galio again. Obviously, Hextech Spartan feels really comfortable on his Galio support.
Otherwise, what's up, Shen Ninja? How's it going, dude? Welcome back. Long time no see. You ready for the new season, dude? If you guys are just joining us now, we're currently doing some casting for the local scene. We've got the first division teams. Both level 1 energy versus Ryze Scrolls. Ryze Scrolls are the level 1 energy taking the first game, so if they do win this, it will be the series done. If Ryze wins, we will go to the third game. Lima dropping the boost command. Comes out big, 200 balloon win. Otherwise, we got the Z takeaway. Guess Z into Twisted Fate's a bit of a rough matchup, so kind of understandable. I mean, in that case, you do generally go for like a grasp build. A little bit more of a tank. You want to try to get through the laning phase, potentially not going to win the laning phase, but can play for the global map pressure.
My genius will be understood.
Speaking of Twisted Fate mains, we do see Liz Lima.
Putting a lot of bans into the ADC, probably trying to force him in on maybe on the Ashe again. And I have to see what he's gonna pick if there's so many support ADC bans against him.
Yeah, a bit of an interesting one. A lot of attention onto that AD carry role. I feel like picking up like an AP carry here would be a very
Good to know.
very viable. Apologies about that. Oh, otherwise, Shen Ninja's asking if I've got a provisional rank yet. No, not yet. Have not played any solo queue games, dude. This is the start of my league for today. Is the casting.
Soon.
Yeah, so now we go into a second pick phase. Interesting to see. I really want to see what ADC they're gonna pick with this now. Vayne is still open, but then again, like I said, Caitlyn is already picked, so that's a bit of a shutdown if you do decide to go Vayne into that.
Or as Lima just mentioned, no, just start with the Doran's Shield and maybe start with some armor runes or other. Otherwise, it's easy peasy matchup. Dude, I don't know. I spoke to a Twisted Fate, like one-trick challenger Smurf or something like that in one of my games once. He played into a Z and he just went grasp, like, well, he went to Resolve Tree primarily because it gives you so much extra tank stats to get through the Lenny phase. So, another potential options. We have the Dabby hovering the Ornn as well as the Aurelia. We do know he plays a fair amount of both of those champions. Lux in the Aurelia should be in for a good treat. Currently going to be going Aurelia into Lowy. Not too sure how that matchup does work, to be honest.
Yeah, I think this Tristana pick is pretty good. I'm a big fan of Tristana. Scales really well, just like the Caitlyn. Has a good amount of range. Per level, it goes up the range. So I think Tristana pretty good, pretty safe pick. I like that more than the Ashe pick of the previous game.
Oh, as Lee were just saying that it is viable, just makes you kind of lackluster in the late game in terms of damage. Otherwise, Crazy Lace Lost says that Sheepii. How did the first game go? It was pretty good. It was a fairly close game for the majority of it. We did see that the Dabby split push on Fiora did a lot of work, created a lot of pressure, and I felt like they were definitely overall in the more of a dictating position when they were trying to lead, and we had Ryze's Scrolls reacting more so. Rotations are kind of questionable at points where they've sent too many members to they over-invested into trying to deal with the split push, so they're not particularly like good at that. Maybe one of the flaws that they can work on for the future, but we do see the Soraka in this team comp pretty spicy with the barrier. I like that.
So I want to mention this quickly. I actually opened the patch notes while we were waiting for the next game to open. And I was pretty sure that there was going to be this patch. Aurelia has been gutted as far as I know. I'm not a top main myself, so I might be wrong. Maybe she's still okay.
What are the nerfs in particular?
Yeah. Her passive and her ultimate. So basically they removed her disarm completely from her ultimate. And she no longer deals bonus damage to shields at max damage for her passive.
That's interesting.
So, as far as I know from what I've heard from top and mid laners that plays her a lot, she's pretty much been gutted this patch. So, I'm not sure, but I think that was maybe not the best choice to pick here. But maybe it's just Aurelia, a different Fiora for him.
Yeah, could come down to just not reading patch notes. Not too sure, as the patch did drop earlier today. So, a lot of players haven't got around to it, including myself, to read the patch notes just yet. But Lima says the nerfs felt super lackluster. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Well, what's up, Terra 2012? Welcome back, dude. Long time no see. How's it going? 3 minutes spectator link. Currently going into game 2 of the best of 3. First game going over to level 1 energy, which I believe is left side this game, guys. So exclamation mark or vote is 0 for level 1 energy and exclamation mark vote 1 for the Ryze. Scrolls right and left, guys. Get the votes in. Sinister.
What's up?
Drafts, dude. Who won the drafting phase?
I'm not a big fan of the Warwick and Aurelia, so I'm actually going to say I like Ryze's Scrolls draft a bit better this game. They have a really good team fighting comp there. If the Soraka can stay safe and make sure that her carry is healed up, they're going to have to get through a Lowy and a Sejuani, which is not easy to get through. So Dabby has the Aurelia, so maybe he can get onto the back line. That being said, Warwick ult maybe and Fizz, it feels like that team is a very maybe comp to me. If Fizz lands its ultimate, maybe if Warwick lands its ultimate, they could do something. But otherwise, definitely I'm in favor of Ryze Scrolls comp this game.
Okay, very interesting. See that's Soraka did opt to go for the barrier, so they got the barrier heal combination in the ball lane. Very common thing to do on Soraka, actually allows you to survive a lot easier, especially with champions such as the Fizz who tries to one-shot you, pop in the barrier early, may just result in you staying alive, as well as negating any potential damage that would prevent you from healing. Other than that, like you mentioned, very decent comp coming out through from Ryze's Scrolls, although I feel like they may be lacking a bit of wave clear potentially. I mean, Twisted Fate, their best wave clear, so he's gonna, as well as Tristana, I guess, so they should be okay in that department. May just struggle against Baron. Otherwise, very beefy frontline oriented comp coming through from the left side, which is level 1 energy. They've got the Galio support once again, did do really well last game, so he's fairly tanky. The Warwick as well, Fizz there for the one shot and ready for the split push. Hopefully, I'd like to see Lowy getting like ahead in the early game, because if she falls behind, she's not going to be able to answer the Aurelia split push, which is going to cause their entire comp to fall apart, or they have the Twisted Fate for the rotations. So that was the major issue I found for the last game. They couldn't deal with the Dabby split push, so hopefully Lowy does win that matchup in the early game for Ryze Scrolls, at least. Otherwise, what's up, Rascals? Welcome back to the channel. How's it going? Cryphic says, but the ulti gives 90% slow to replace the disarm remove. Okay, so they actually is more of like a workaround or a tweak. Really ulti is a side note to passive and a Q or what make her overpowered. Okay, no, that makes sense, definitely. So Dabby has read the patch notes, it seems. But Dabby, get back in the jam selected, get back in the load screen. That's why we have to wait so long for these load screens, dude. They reworked the ult and they buff it as well, says Dabby.
Oh well, fair enough. I mean, like I literally just saw the patch notes like 1 minute ago, and I don't really know much about I really don't. So I mean, I just saw what I saw.
Is what it is. No worries, no stress, no hair off my back. Otherwise, Cryphic says agree, but why is Riot always throwing in insane and slow on nerves to try and make it better? Dude, just the right treatment. Dude. We see how. As we get into game, we got Pool Party Caitlyn, Firefang, Warwick, Enchanted, Gallia, Frostblade, Aurelia, Fizz, Scorch. So Fizz Chroma versus Twisted Fate, Dry Rand, Soraka. I do not like that Soraka's getting Lowy, Beast Hunter Sejuani, and Dragon Trainer Tristana.
Why you gotta be judging people's skin, Sheepii? You have the Scuff Tarek skin, so you're not allowed to talk.
I have 2 Tarek skins, one's on the Smurf, one's on the main. It's the wrong
Unfortunately, you have the wrong one on your main.
Yeah, exactly. How's that? Claiming those the blues plus 42. Feels bad, not even worth the effort for that few.
What do you think about the barrier on the Soraka?
Oh, I did touch on it a little bit earlier, but I do like it. It's a very common thing when it comes to Soraka. It helps a lot, especially with dealing with champions such as Fizz, who we do see has gone for the Electrocute, so going to be hitting pretty hard. Twisted Fate going for Teleport. Interesting.
Maybe he wants to quickly ult to a lane and then make sure you get back to mid lane to make sure he doesn't miss out too much farm.
Like he potentially could have gone for a more defensive summoner versus a Fizz. May just end up getting one shot. If Fizz gets snowball, he's going to definitely struggle, especially in team fights.
Yeah, definitely. And the Galio did go ignite, so no. Okay, well they do have at least have the heal, so I guess it's a fairly safe bot lane for Tristana Soraka. If they just farm up and make sure they don't get caught out, they should be fine in this bot lane, I think.
I'm gonna have to see what happens. Otherwise, do you see that Tara says it started the season quite badly? 6 out of 10 player, 6-10 player, 2 wins, 4 losses. Oh, you've done 6 of your placements. Gotcha. 2 wins, 4 losses. Don't worry about it, dude. It happens. Like, it's a soft reset. Doesn't really matter like how you guys do. Just make sure to keep competent and just keep grinding, dude. Is what it is.
Yeah, you still have some games left there, my dude. You can make that a 4-for-4 even better. You just keep your head up high and get those wins.
Well, you were saying that the TF Fizz matchup is not fun. I agree with you on that one, dude. So I potentially, like, once again, felt like you could have gone like for Resolve Tree as primary. Just get that tank stance. I don't feel like he needs the Comet Poke.
Are we pausing at 5 seconds?
Yeah. Are we ready? Otherwise, Terra says currently in Silver 2 Elo. Okay, if I can get Gold 5, that'd be awesome. Cool. Dude, alright. You're gonna get like plus 30 on every win after placements.
Okay, are you ready?
Yep, 3, 2, 1, go.
Nice.
Nice, boys.
So do you think it was the best option for Soraka to go Spell Thieves? I don't think it's too bad, but do you think it's going to be a... Yeah.
I feel like you should be able to get away with it. Like, the thing is with Galio, is he has to all-in you. But if you can manage to poke him down the early game to a space or to a point where he can't poke you back, or can't all-in you rather, then you should be fine. It's almost like playing into a Leona. So level 1, it's going to come down to level 1. So you definitely can get away with the Spell Thieves. I feel like if you go coin, you're just going to be giving up the matchup entirely. But it's going to come down to who plays the matchup better.
And then we have the pause.
So, like, I'd like to see immediately, as soon as we get to lane phase, Soraka walks up, auto-attacking Gallia as much as it can, plus queuing, stuff like that, taking trades. Does have the barrier, so as long as you get that tempo advantage, need to watch out for the ignite, though. Other issues like Gallia potentially can taunt flash you.
Yeah, like, I think, exactly like you said, it's all going to depend on how Soraka are going to play. If she can avoid being CC'd or caught out in the early game and just spoke down, I think it's gonna be good for them.
Otherwise, I do see in chat Terry has mentioned that he wishes he could still use the Japanese in-game voices, as he used to play a lot on the Japanese server. I believe there are programs that let you change the in-game voices and stuff, dude, so maybe look into that. I don't know about the lawyer ping thing, though. But as far as I know, there are legal programs that let you change the in-game languages of the audio and whatnot. So like Korean or Japanese or one of those.
Interesting. So, while we're waiting here, I quickly saw that Ignite has been adjusted. I don't know if I can call it nerfed.
Oh,
but
that's dude.
yeah,
No, it's definitely a nerf.
Okay, so because I see it's the damage has definitely been nerfed, but the cooldown's also been brought down.
Yeah.
So I mean, overall for total of game, actually no, the cooldown isn't that relevant. So yeah, definitely a nerf, I guess.
Yeah, we have to see how it affects and whatnot. The thing is, like, I'm not going to be surprised if we see some spicy stuff in the bot lane, such as like barrier heal and more of those variations opposed to Ignite. Now that it's no longer the cookie cutter go-to like rune. But otherwise, Terry says that low voice has actually been disabled or like no longer works. That's disappointing, dude. Well, it's Jack Gripper, welcome back. It's us with the greetings right back at you, dude. If you guys are just joining us now, it's currently the best of 3 for the local scene DGL match, first division team. Currently 1 game in favor of blue side. Myself, Sheepii as well, SinisterSmiley on the mic tonight. SinisterSmiley, who are you, dude?
I am a little boy from Durban,
Little boy.
IT guy, and loves to cast and play some games in Kuruyuri, and I try to cast as much as I can for Sheepii, also his head mod, as he likes to say.
There we go. Otherwise, we got the Warwick reconnecting, so we should be able to get back in the game in just a second. So if you guys do have seen SinisterSmiley in chat before, taking away little boons and stuff, guys, this is the voice to put to the name.
Yeah, you can also normally find me managing the Law SA Facebook group, so if you have anything there to ask, or you can just hit me up on Facebook, no worries. Viat Mare.
As we say that, we see Total Source coming through into the chat. What's up, Self, dude? How the stream going tonight? Was there for 1 or 2 games, dude. Ended up getting some sleep after that, dude. We have the resume coming through.
Also, just quickly to touch, if you are from the South African scene and you want to more know about when the castings are happening or what's happening in the community, if you look down in Sheepie's panels, there's a request to join Law SA Facebook group. You can click that and I will accept you after the cast.
Yeah, so if you guys are from South Africa and you don't know what the Lone SA page, go check that out. I was done with the LvL. Oof, terrible. Lost my craft tonight, so look today's his tilts. I got the Fiddlesticks game, dude. Wasn't looking too hot. Very interesting AD carry, that's all I gotta say. Otherwise, how's on finding Tildasaur's message to his amusement? How's your placements going, dude? Let's what's up, Lubbies? Welcome back, dude. Good to have you on the channel. Lubbies, the one and the only. Lubs, have you played any solo queue today? Wait, what should we look for in your panels? If you guys are from South Africa and you haven't already joined the Lone SA Facebook page, it's where all the like League of Legends related to the country is discussed and a lot of information and stuff like that. There's a panel below. If you scroll down, should be a panel you can click that'll take you to that Facebook page, which you can then request access to join. Fortunately, you will have to be from South Africa to be part of the page, as far as I know, or somehow related to South Africa in the sense that you like play DGL in one of the league teams or something like that.
Yeah, normally if you say in the questionnaire that you are, if we ask you are from South Africa, I know a lot of the European people would say we play for this and this team in South Africa, but we are from UK, then we normally accept them, that's acceptable. But otherwise we normally don't accept from outside of South Africa.
Otherwise, love you saying that these games are pretty much 50-50 in the sense that either one or the other team like snowballs, you know, in between. It's interesting. What if that's meta related? Otherwise, I once slept with a South African, says Jack Grim. I don't know if that counts, dude. Potentially, if you still are, I don't know. I'll let Sinister decide on that one. He's in charge of the Lone SA mod side. But what's up, Soft Crunch? Welcome back, haven't we all? Says Soft Crunch. What? Still says shit. Tell us, did you? Is that who Jack Grim's been seeing, dude? Well, his chairman says, well done, Jack Grim. Getting some props, some respect on. We have the resume coming back through.
Gotta love the South African ladies.
You just assume that you see his preference there, dude? How dare you? It's 2019, dude. It's 2019, girls is meant. Oh. My replay paused for a second.
Mine
133,
as well.
34.
Yeah, mine as
okay,
well.
cool. Looks like both sides opting to go for the bot side start. Sejuani versus the Warwick. In the top lane we have Dabby looking awesome with that view for that the regular skin. What skin is that? I think it's the frost skin of the Crow.
That's the frostbutt skin.
Or the Crow. I'm trying not to say that.
Yeah, it's probably the chroma as well.
It's known as the frost arcer, really, I do. Otherwise, Chamber says, by the way, super unimportant thing, and I don't want to annoy you with it, but what about the entrance sound I was supposed to get sometime? Again, sorry. Chamber, if you know what you want for that, if you guys are a sub or have been sub to some stage, !INIT, write to the text for my desktop, potentially with what you want. Otherwise, if you have a YouTube link to it, include that link in the description.
I do believe I edited her sound
for
her, I believe, I think.
I might have missed that. I will definitely look into that. I did do darts one. But currently the advanced are disabled, or sub sounds are disabled for the casting part of the stream. But I will definitely get that down, mate. Don't worry. Apologies for not having it done yet. I'm gonna let them stack up. Ignite the bot lane looks like the Tristana super low. Ignite might be able to pick the kill. Actually, not able. Super low. Nicely played. Nicely disengaging coming through. What's up, Nash? Welcome back.
So going back, we missed a little bit of a skirmish there, costing it there. The Warwick was going for a risky invade, and they had lane priority, so they turned onto him, but he was forced to flash over to the Baron wall. So that is a flashless Warwick at the moment. So I'm gonna struggle a bit to do early ganks. He's still level 2 and he doesn't have flash, so he's gonna have to farm up to get level 6, and only then he'll probably have to do some meaningful ganks.
Yeah, agreed. Warwick like the Shyvana, not very early game jungle gank orientation, rather just power farm to that level 6, look for potential ganks. Otherwise, if we do see opportunity, you could potentially go for some sort of flank. Otherwise, it looks like the skull actually picked off. Looks like Warwick's gonna be stunned as well. Gold card coming through, plus the chain CC from the Sejuani will allow for the first blood going over to the mid lane TF. Gold card once again. Unfortunately, not able to connect as the pole used to dodge it.
Yeah, unfortunately, so early in the game, the Fizz isn't going to have lane priority against the Twisted Fate, so he both times they had lane priority, shoved the wave in, and pretty much just had could help the jungler 1v1 the Warwick, and well 1v2 the Warwick and the river, and Fizz was way too late to respond. This is one of the reasons why I preferred their comp style, because the Warwick is going to struggle here in the early game.
Cheeky on attack coming through, and Twisted Fate gonna be able to cancel the recall from Moogle Knight. Otherwise, guys, everyone that is joining us now, welcome. Soft Crunch, Nash, Chair's been here for a while. Owen CC1, welcome guys, welcome. Question for the night, guys. What's the plan for solo queue this year? Are we taking it slow? We're doing 1 or 2 games. Are we gonna like wait a couple of weeks before we start? Are we going in hard for the hard grind at the start of the stream? When we start the start of the season, rather. Nash saying scared of ranked is what it is. Ranked anxiety is a real thing, guys. Almost like IRL anxiety to an extent. But getting back to the game currently, game 2 of the best of 3, first game going over to blue side. So depending on which team wins this, we'll decide if you guys gain 3 or not.
Yeah, I think if the bot lane can do better than last game, like if the Tristana actually scales up, and the top laner just keeps on doing what she did last game with the laning phase, I think that Ryze's scrolls will actually do much better this game than they did last one.
Oh, it's nice little taunt, last little silence reads coming through on a Hexing Spartan from Soraka, not looking too hard at the moment from the bot lane from blue side, currently down a sizable amount of CS. Otherwise, question coming through from Jamo said, I can't get placed lower than the provisional rank after my first placement's right, question mark, says Jamo. Honestly, I have no idea. I haven't actually looked into the exact dynamics of the current season's solo queue. Like, it's been changed a fair amount, so I can't really comment on that. Maybe someone in chat can help you out. Otherwise, Owen says no rank 4 anytime soon. Feels bad, man. I mean, no rush, dude. Otherwise, Lovey saying you don't lose RP placements, and Nash says if I get placed into Iron, I just uninstall immediately. It feels bad, man. When I believe the EUS's role split is not going to be like rolled out for the first leg, due to the fact that we are too big of a server to be testing that kind of stuff. Hashtag crash. Barrier popped in the bot lane, so Rocket able to just walk that one off. Just a bit of scratch here and there. Oh, Sinister, any thoughts on the whole role dynamic for solo queue?
What you talking about now?
There's the new rank system that's going to be coming out next leg for us. It's on the other servers at the moment being tested, where each individual role has its own rank.
Oh right. I mean, it could be a good idea. I will probably just wait and see how it's gonna go. I've not too much of a
Yeah.
how that's gonna turn out.
Dude, Jack Grim, that's actually pretty funny. He says, when it rolls on the US, it's gonna crash and NA will get some RP for it. Dude, the memes coming through, I can respect that.
Someone was here early enough in the early season 3 to know that we got screwed over by Riot, not giving us something for giving us downtime, but giving other regions. Thanks, Riot.
Dude, I actually remember way back when I used to play on only NA, because there wasn't any one server. Like, as soon as there's any sort of issues, Riot just like, yeah, have some free RP. Legit, like, so often it was actually ridiculous. But US, not so generous. But getting back to the game, currently 1 up in favor of red side, 10. Pretty even on gold, actually, 7 minutes in. Give us a little XP boost. As far as I know, it does actually. It is a soft reset between the seasons, guys. I think I remember something like that from the video.
I remember actually I was playing a ranked game and I got a loss and I didn't get loss prevented when the server actually crashed.
Oh, Soraka looking very far up, does get the brutal but damage being dealt. Sejuani able to pick up his blue buff. Currently Warwick looking to invade the top side jungle. Does see the campus up, opts not to go for it though.
Yeah, you can see this Caitlyn is very confident in her plays in both games so far. I mean, she walks up, but at the same time normally knows when to get out and how to kite the enemy team very nicely.
Otherwise, do see that first landing the ultimate shock in the mid lane. Does go for the engage, shops the ignite as well. The ticking is there. A little bit of damage will be enough to finish with the kill on the mid side. The 1v1 damage up the ultimate, looking to engage onto Lowy. Does not have the ultimate. Here comes Warwick for the gank though. Warwick activating the his W, looking to try chase, does have the ultimate. Actually, does not have the ultimate, he's level 5. W not gonna opt to chase onto that one. Otherwise, guys, apologies to the team if you guys are waiting for the coaching session as the games are running a little bit late tonight. A little bit slow in creating the lobby. A little bit out of my hands, apologies.
Yeah, I think that was the best thing for level 1 energy to do in that fight. If you clump up as 2 against an Alawi that's level 7 and a Warwick that's level 5, you're going to have a bad time. She's going to ult and she's going to double kill you.
Perpetrating the top side, nothing too serious. Dabby nor Fort having ultimates available.
Seems like the top lane is almost a repeat of the previous game. Oh, Warwick is here again, and he completely misses the ult.
Otherwise, Terra just mentioning how there's a lot of smurfs during the first couple of weeks of solo queue release. That's true. A lot of smurfs on at the moment, basically playing on the smurf account to warm up for playing the main, etc. That's why a lot of people opt to just wait for the first 2 weeks before going straight into solo queue. The thing is, like, you just as likely to get smurf on your team, slightly less, 40 to 50, like 40. There's only 4 allies in your team, so 4 to 5 chance of having smurfs in any team to yours type of thing. Otherwise, top lane Sejuani is securing yet another scuttle.
They're really making sure this Warwick is not doing anything. Like, he's forced out of most of his farm, not getting any scuttles, and priority always onto red side by the looks of it.
You can see that reflecting in the Sejuani C as compared to the Warwick. Currently several camps up. Alright, Lord of Toy comes through on Soraka. No follow up though, unfortunately. Actually, hold that thought. Can't heal substantial amount of damage. The Wish ultimate coming down from Soraka. Able to heal his team up a little bit. Dude, that top lane of Red skin actually makes me think about Revan, dude. The way it looks, incredible.
Yeah, like I was talking about earlier, it looks like the Alawi is doing fairly well and in trading with the Aurelia, but again, like the previous game, Dabby is outfarming the Alawi by quite a bit, so he's going to hit that late game power spike again like he did the previous game.
Otherwise, Hexy spot on playing super aggressive, walks into the trap, has the barrier active to answer it though. Just want to mention how that Caitlyn managed to get an ace in the whole ultimate onto Soraka there, but Soraka actually opting not to use the barrier originally and surviving like by like 10 or 15 health probably. It was really, really close. So I don't know if that was just like not being aware of the fact that the barrier was up, or whether that was actually just damage prediction, but nicely played by Soraka, able to stay alive thanks to that choice of keys, of that summoner spell rather. Otherwise, once again, pretty low in the kill departments for both these teams. It seems like they're fairly even. It's a good match, I guess. Otherwise, Sinister, I believe it is the top 90 if you need to leave for work.
Unfortunately, I think it is around about that time. I will probably stick around for like 5 more minutes or something, and then I'll leave.
Cool. Zanya's will stop watching in the middle lane. We have some Rocky here for the counter. No red card, I mean no gold card, unfortunately does pull the red. Dabby gets the stun, looking for the trade onto Lowy. Lowy ground move. Ultimate not gonna connect though, does hit up the spawned version of it though. Otherwise, guys, unfortunately, Sinister has to go to work now. Hoppus Knight is working night shift tonight, so he won't be able to stick around for the rest of this game. Won't be here for a few more minutes, though. Wow, I see that TF able to pull back in this lane now that Fizz's ultimate is done, able to play a little bit more aggressive. Currently pretty even in CS, which is quite surprising. Honestly, the TF should be shoving the Fizz under pre-6, I think. Just need to be playing more aggressive in the early game, trying to keep him down. Because if he gets through laning phase quite freely, he's going to be able to potentially one-shot you whenever you don't have Zhonya's or stopwatch up. How does the boost work? Is it just cosmetic? Yeah, the exclamation boost command is basically just a fun activity you can spend in stream currency. So the currency that you earn through watching as well as taking part in win activities. It costs you 200 doubloons, chance to win up to 1,000 doubloons back, but a bit of a risk involved with regards to the sense that you could lose doubloons as well. Sinister?
The Twisted Fate almost stole the blue there, but Warwick picking it up there from them, stealing it away.
So you may have stolen several skulls from me, but I'm going to take the blue buff. So the Hulk going to be a block. Sejuani, I mean not Sejuani, so Ronka dropping the ultimate as well, just didn't negate any potential damage. How that slipped through. Safety first, guys.
I think that blue, Warwick stealing away the blue from the Twisted Fate is going to be very big, because I think the Twisted Fate needs the blue just to keep on spamming his cards to make sure the wave is shoving, and in this case, he's not going to be able to do that. So I think that taking that blue away is actually very, very good for the Fizz.
Yeah, no, I'm going to have to agree with you on that one. The wave clear is going to be dependent on whether he has that blue buff, so he can't be shoved in the wave. TF, one of those champs that does manage to wave shove really easily, just using the red con plus Q combination. Otherwise, KDA, a jungler, is destroying my soul at the moment, says Owen. Not having too hard of a time, otherwise lazily on the opposite side of the scale, but having some good matches, of what I can read. With a slow start to the game, it feels like blue side are currently in the lead once again, although it is anybody's game at this point. Caitlyn and Galio did a good job of having a lot of priority the bot side of the map. Sejuani top side. Oh, as I said, just starting to go for the jump in, does get the E-W combination. Unfortunately, not going to get the full reset, not getting enough auto attacks in. When I first saw, I thought there was a mini boosting system running as a side business in Chakra. No, unfortunately, that is not legal. But that would be pretty funny. This is just an elaborate ruse to cover my boosting service. Dankboost.net. Otherwise, just going to be waiting out the early laning phase. It should end soon. The plating has dropped, seeing as it's currently 15 minutes into the game. Plating falling at 14. Ilawi looking for a bit of a trade. Dabby using the mini wave to reposition. Unfortunately, does not land the root. The technical grab from Ilawi will connect though. Guys, the main thing about versing Ilawi is to dodge that E grab, as that's where majority of her damage comes from, as well as playing around the ulti, disengaging when she does go for it, and re-engaging when it does fall off. Fizz lurking in a position in a place where he can potentially get that Fizz shock off. Does have the ultimate ready. Twisted Fate needs to be careful running that teleport. Not going to be able to survive, especially with no stopwatch left, as he did use that in the previous fight.
Okay, I think that's about my time. I am going to switch the stream on my phone and watch on my car's sound system like I usually do.
Cool. Don't blow it,
Sorry
buddy.
for... No, I think it should be fine now. Apologies for leaving stream. I hope you enjoy. Sheepii is a good guy. Keep on watching and enjoy.
cheers, dude. Unfortunately, SinisterSmiley has to tap on as he is going to drive to work now, but it should be fun. Still here, just a little bit left of this game. Not a little bit left, like very much should start snowballing or should start quickening up, seeing as the laning phase about to finish. Just a fair looking for the stand card onto Galio, not able to reach though, unfortunately, as his movement speed is not gonna get him there. First should be perma-killing Twisted Faces Lima. I agree with you now, indeed. I feel like the dynamics in the lane are a bit off. First should be playing a lot more aggressive. Here he comes, as we say that. So looks like Sejuani is here. What? Flashes into the Sejuani ulti. Galio taunt on the bot lane. Baron not going to keep you alive this time, Soraka. Suddenly, as I say that, every lane starts team fighting. What is going on, dude? On cue. As I say, the game's going to start speeding up. Get Soraka picked up. Twisted Fate able to almost dying into the Sejuani counter gang plus top lane, even fighting Lowy dropping the ultimate. And bit of training top side, Lowy, Dabby knowing that Lowy's ultimate is down, goes for the full commit. One more attack will be enough. You see the TF has actually teleported towards the top side, unfortunately won't get in range. Dabby able to walk that off. So the kill on the top side, nicely played. What's up, Mighty? It's up from the Megalo. From my info gathered, seems you start one division exactly from the previous rank. Okay, that's interesting. Unless Flash predicted, question mark, coming through from Rascals. Darth Cruci. Currently 3-1, 2 dragons in favor of blue side. See that Caitlyn has started orientating towards the top side. So basically what's happened here is that bot lane and blue side have picked up that bot tier 1 turret. Generally when that does happen, you send your bot lane top and your jungler as well. You see the hero's entrance coming through from Galio. A little bit preemptively though, able to zone off the TF into the taunt onto Lowy. Lowy getting super low, doesn't have the ultimate available. Dabby coming to re-engage, needs to watch out though, so Rock with the heal, the wish is there as well. Gonna be able to keep the Lowy alive, though it looks like the TF has managed to pick a kill onto Dabby, Ace and the whole block. Stun card coming through, plus the TF cards. Getting looking for the re-engage, the taunt is dropped as well. Needs to try to back off those massive wave gold card, gonna be able to, well, gonna be used on support, trying to work his way out of this one. The heal is dropped, plus the flash from Hextech, Spartan, the blue card pulled through, plus the Q, no dodge attempt, but does not actually hit. I felt like Hextech got a little bit lucky there, not actually going for the dodge at all. I also do see that both blue side and red side junglers orientating around the top side of the map as they should be right now. Otherwise, Mighty Darth Crucio asking how your birthday went. How was your birthday dinner? For those of you guys don't know, it's been Mighty's birthday the last few days. Going to Darth Crucio. Weak on the top side. Balls of steel or stones is Jack Remedy. See what you did there. Red side maybe make their way towards the mid side, potentially with some sort of siege. Like mentioned before, generally the bot lane, once getting that bot tier 1 turret, swaps to the top lane, puts the top lane at bottom of 2. Bot lane is moved towards top side, and the jungler plays around that top side, looking to potentially siege that top lane inhibitor into Rift Herald. It's 20 minutes in, so Baron has spawned. The inhibitor won't. So no, the Blitz, Baron will be on the menu, not the Rift Herald, unfortunately. Not quite reliable at this point, or realistic to go for that Baron attempt this early. First, definitely I feel like I could have looked for something there. I thought he might be aware of the fact that red side is missing on the map and in the shadows waiting for that commit. Weeks Rollers is Mighty. Dinner was great. Glad to hear. I was just trying to find the Galio support in the jungle. Twisted Fate pulling the blue card once again. Tries to block the Baron, do a little bit of damage to the Warwick. That blue side still committed to the lane swap. Dabby, bottom side of the map, as well as the Lowy currently neither having teleport at the moment to counter any sort of play on the top side. Darth called the voice chat speaker today. Darth called voice chat speaker today. I don't know what that means. Feels not laughing. Over to play in the middle lane. That's going to be snaking me down onto This was the fading night gonna be enough for first to pick up the kill. It's gonna be 4-2 in favor of blue side. Is this a Rocky curse? Is Darth Cursey? He said, why is Liam not on speaker? Oh, okay, I gotcha. Okay. What happens on voice stays on voice is Darth Cursey. Excellent. Otherwise, looks like that mid tier 1 turret will go down. Blue side looking to try to siege the top side of the map. Allow we go for the bot side tier 1 as well. Honestly, this is a blue side favor, seeing as they are trading. Still in the lead, guys. It's like chess where you're trying to play one step ahead. Even if you lose the bot tier 1 turret, you get tier 1 turret top, you're still in a good position. You're all playing proactively, trading an advantage, seeing as you had gotten the previous bot tier 1 turret. Effectively, if you keep doing that over and over again, you will win the game. Even though Lowy didn't manage to get that bot turret, it's still pretty healthy. Like to see what blue side do in this position, seeing as there's no longer any tier 1 turrets left, so it's going to be a little bit tricky when it comes to the rotations. Lowy dropping the ultimate, a lot of damage can be done on Dabby, opting to just walk away, has his ulti available. Like mentioned, Fizz not able to hit the shark, although it looks like TS did actually walk into just the drop of the Zanyas, so going to be able to dodge the Warwick, ultimately Sejuani ult, not connecting gold card as they're looking for Fizz, not going to get into range. Galio and his AD carry making their way towards the mid side, able to pick up that turret. Taunt does come down, gold card, not going to connect anyone. What's up, Meow Entity? Dropping the cover. They don't want to die, so it's lazily matter. Actually, we gotta ask why low elo people are so damn scared to go in, especially when there's stuff like Garen or ADK or Zakamundo. It comes down to predictions, like damage predictions, stuff like that. Bad experiences, I guess, not knowing your limitations. Guys, like generally, that's kind of stuff that comes with time, like knowing your champions, like capabilities and stuff like that. The more you play a champion, the more comfortable you get. The more games you have, the more predictions you can have with regards to how certain like matchups work in certain like positions. Like for example, if this guy has these items and I have these items, how much damage should he do about? It comes with time. So the higher you get, the more games you play, the better the all-in predictions come. Gold card onto the Galio, Taunt not being able to hit anyone. Dabby looking for the big connection. Gets a sizable ultimate, probably nothing really to go. Unfortunately, does not land the salute. Yes, is my team guys events are disabled while doing the pre-stream. I mean, during the casting section of the stream. Otherwise, guys, we're supposed to be doing a coaching session after the games tonight, but they are running a little bit late. Should be available after this game, guys, if you are still going to be up. If you are planning on going to sleep soon, just let me know. We can reschedule for another night tonight, guys, if you are listening in chat. Otherwise, I try to send WhatsApp message to one of the players to ask if you guys are still keen. I don't think it's going through. Supposed to be having a coaching session with one of the Valhalla teams tonight. Yikes, means it's 100% in the one this season. This is Darth. Looking back at Eddie Carries' Chakra, when the new items were released, I miss playing Ashe with Essence Weaving. Okay, well, Ashe is in pretty decent place, and I'm not too sure how the build looks like. Blue side once again dictating the outcome of this game, playing very aggressively. Caitlyn, a lot of that oriented around the Caitlyn in the bot lane. Galio Caitlyn doing a lot of work this game, playing very proactive, going for lane swaps, getting that tier 1 turrets. The bot side into the top lane rotation. Otherwise, yeah, touching on that point earlier, I feel like Fizz should have been a lot more fed than this. Like, the TF has been getting a lot of attention from the Sejuani with counter ganks and stuff, which may cause him to play a little bit more, like, hesitantly. Otherwise, we see the Dabby split push. Red side struggled last game versus the Fiora split push. The Dabby picking his Irelia, once again another split push champion. It's like, this is the playstyle that Dabby generally plays along. So we saw last game, they sent 4 members towards bot side to try to deal with the split push in the case where they could have sent 2 to 3 at max. And that resulted in them like losing a lot of pressure on the mid side, which then let blue side take that last game's energy side to take that win fairly easily. I want Soraka to lose so Sheepii can see why I am meme. Dude, that's not fair. That's not how this works. You don't even play Soraka anymore. What are you going on about, dude? Just because the Soraka one check for a while. Well, it's currently 2 Drakes to 1 Mountain and Inferno versus the Ocean Drake. Currently, blue side is about a 3k lead, almost 4k. As I say that because 4k. Darth, what are your plans for champs this season? What are you going to be playing, dude? Don't say Tarek. Dabby getting stunned on the turret, a lot of damage coming down, does take 2 turret shots, currently chucked down a half health for the trade in the jungle. Or just sort of feeling out the situation, looks like the galley will be a trigger pull. Does end up blowing the aftershock, currently 2 items on the AD carry for Caitlyn, and 1.5 Fortress stunner. Holy Tarek for promo. Blame Tarek for demote, Rewards also Estimate will also rocket on flat 3. See how it is, dude, see how it is. Otherwise, looks like red side potentially looking for some sort of play. Dabby not in a position to get the split push pressure. Does have the TP available, same with the Lowly. They have opted to go for the TF on the side lane. Almost like a GG comp going on here. I'll just enjoy playing the game and learning, opposed to just stressing over the client. Fair enough, fair enough. Different strokes of works. Drake gonna be spawning in the next 50 seconds. Looks like Dabby overextending. Might just get caught off by blue side. I mean red side. Blue side not in a position to capitalize off of this overextend. Does opt to flash instead of going for the popcorn. Interesting decision. Won't have the flash to disengage now. Does end up trying to take the fight. Ends up losing though, as expected. That comes down to poor communication. Blue side opting the back should be communicating with Dabby to just pull back a little bit, don't apply pressure, because if he overextends, their team's going to be able to rotate for free, which is what happens. So it results in Dabby dying for no reason. But can we get more Sheepii educational streams, please? We'll be playing into a coaching session after this, although it's supposed to be at 9:30. These games running a little bit slower than expected. A couple remakes and delays on the actual start of the first game. Well, that's going to be the bot inhibitor going down first. Sorry, not inhibitor, sorry, bot tier 1 turret going down towards the fade, the side lane split push. This is the jump the gamble 500 wins, doubles it, 1,000 of blinks back in the pockets. Feels good, man. Lima, how many blinks do you on at the moment, dude? Drop a net worth. Both teams contesting over the Drake. Need to watch out at this point, because if one team gets hard wiped during this Drake attempt, potentially could be banned on the menu as well. Dabby. But Dabby right now should be in the top side of the map. He has teleport available, he can potentially just split top opposed to bottom here. If they know that the Drake is going to be spawning, having that silent pressure will help out a lot. Although red side does have something to do, 2 options to deal this game. Oh, unlucky ultimate from Dabby, not going to be able to connect as the flash does come through over the wall. Might have been the jump actually, so lucky. Hello Full currently sitting on 3,700 wins. Blue side applying a lot of pressure will be able to pick up the Drake for free. Red side opting not to group in there. Even though the TF ultimate as well as teleport to potentially contest, but opt not to go for it, don't want to risk the throw. Gamble it all, just literally would do it, dude. Stop peer pressuring people, dude. Well, your dreams be dreams. Yesterday you said tomorrow. Just do it. Oh, that's gonna be the tier 2 turret going down the mid side of the map. Blue side still in the advantage, or with the advantage on it. Sorry, I'm clean. No addiction to gamble anymore, dude. You can't tempt me. Say no to. Okay, I'm not gonna say that, but yeah. Weakness that disgusts me. Just leave me. Currently, Baron should be trying to secure by both teams, the red side as well as blue, as that's one of the objectives on the map right now. Currently, only tier 2 top and bottom available for blue side siege. Weakness disgust me, this lazy. Claiming that it's 177 to wins. Is it really a weakness if you're able or if you're capable of saying no? Depends on whose eyes. Blue side, there's no reason for blue side to go for a flip in the Baron. Otherwise, you see the two numbers bottom, so they potentially can force a play in the mid lane since there's no tier 2 time. Dabbling the 1v2 potentially does drop the ultimate, no slow blind. Oh, hello. Lawi drops the ultimate, does miss. That's gonna be some rocket pick coming through the ultimate from Rocket. Not gonna be looking for live as from Fizzmate. Nice ultimate from Warwick. Connects onto the AD. That's gonna be the kill going over to your blue side. Teleport does come down. It's gonna be Davy trying to join in. Galley ultimate using the bot side of the map to try and help out there. Ace in the Hulk can be able to pick the double kill. Rupert Alexei doing so much work this game. Teleport from both the Lawi as well as the TF. No wave to siege with yet. They could actually go for a Baron attempt here. They have the Caitlyn, they have the Warwick as well as the Smite available versus the Dead Sejuani. Opting to go for the top lane turret instead. I feel like that might be a mistake. Potentially could have gotten the Baron into the reset and siege with that afterwards. Fairly free, almost not capable of contesting with the exception of the Twisted Fate ultimates. Chamber says, gonna go for my first place, was now actually nervous. Good luck, Chamber. Just remember to breathe. Take it slow, think out everything. If whatever happens, happens. It's just the game. The gamble, all for good luck. He drops the heart, good luck. Let us know how it goes, Chairman. We believe in you, says Leo. Hollow tempted by the gamble all. Losing anyway and grinding for eternity, says Hollow, exactly. The outcome of the placements don't really matter. Terra 2911, 2012, sorry, says Sheepii, make it 5.